There was a couple reports yesterday for the Heat that came out. Tyler Hero. We talked about the report about him dealing with soreness, and Eric Reed was saying like even Eric thinks like that's a tough ask. I don't know. It's starting to seem more unlikely that he is going to come back. Anthony Chang reported yesterday that Tyler Hero still has hurdles to clear before he can return. So the sports leader who was spoken to Hero was skeptical of the network reported timeline that was talking like game 3, game 2 comeback. That source said that the expectation that Hero will definitely return during the finals was a bit overstated and that he still has a few hurdles to clear, including receiving a little thing they like to call, Leroy, medical clearance.
Well, it's a moot point then if he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Like we can say what we want, how long it's been or whatever. But injuries take a while to heal, and especially in your hand. You know why? Not a lot of blood flow.
You know something about that?
Yes. Makes it a little difficult.
Remember when you wanted to fix both at the same time?
Wow,
dude.
Wow.
Can I just tell you, the look that the doctor gave me when I said that, and the look he gave me after I got out of surgery, when I said thank you, I'm like, not only am I'm not getting them done at the same time, I'm not even getting the other one done.
Great. Not?
No.
You're done.
Done.
Not doing it.
No, because I can golf without this thumb. Can't golf without this thumb. Like it's not a matter of. This
is strictly a golf surgery.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't use my hand.
You were willing to.
So I couldn't put it this way. I couldn't hold this bottle hard enough to unscrew it with this hand. Now this is my right hand, so it doesn't bother me as much.
Which one got fixed? The left?
The left one. But when I swing my golf club, right, I couldn't sit it up top because I had no strength. I had to get that fixed, man. And listen, it's the only thing I do. It's the only thing I do. I don't go on fancy trips. I don't just on Saturday and Sunday, health permitting, I get up and I go golf with my boys. That's it. That's the extent of my life. Come here and fight you every day.
Yeah. This was interesting, I thought. Woj came out with a report. It said, and this was, I'll take it loosely. I saw this on NBA Central, and sometimes they're a little bit willy-nilly. But it said Erik Spoelstra could command up to $20 million per year in his next contract, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. He has 1 year left on his deal. To which I would say, yeah, duh. Like how? Like there's nobody else that seems to be able to do this job as good as him. Like, what are the 3 coaches that everybody establishes as elite in this league? They're good coaches, but like I think it's like Spo, Pop, Malone. Like, is that the list of a not good? Like I'm talking like people actually saying that he's a difference maker.
Where was Malone before he was with? Wasn't he? Who was in Philly that called Jimmy James?
Oh, that was Bruce Brown. That's not this guy.
Bruce Brown.
Brett Brown. Sorry,
Brett Brown. I'm like Bruce Brown, not to be confused with Christian Brown.
No.
Oh God. You mean DiVincenzo 2.0? I ain't sticking that guy, dude.
Yeah, Malone was with he was an assistant with Golden State before they blew up. Then he had the job in Sacramento. And then I think that was like one of Boogie's best years, and then he hightailed it out of there for Denver. Probably a smart move by him.
Oh yeah. Although Sacramento's pretty good.
No, now they are, yeah. But he was
you don't get to like see
he was in Sacramento 10 years ago.
I'm going to tell you one of the most important things that the Heat organization do. And I rival it to only one other sports franchise that we know of, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? If you look at the amount of coaches, the amount of GMs that they've had the most consistency of any other team in the NBA. And that's one of the reasons why they can build this culture. Because culture changes with coaches. All coaches have different philosophies.
Yeah. When I saw this yesterday, I was like, I don't think Spo's going anywhere. If anybody thought like somebody was going to just back up the Brinks truck for him. I think he just, first of all, look at the rest of these organizations. They're crazy. They're firing people in 2 years.
Right. That's what I'm
saying. Like coaches of the year are getting fired. Yeah. It's crazy.
Here's the problem.
He's not going anywhere else.
Here's the problem. The one trait of a bad organization and a bad fan base. And I'll say this about teams that I play for. the level of patience is unbelievably bad. That's the one trait you could go to for all these teams that all of a sudden, like, for example, you look at a team like who just fired their coach? Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like, really? It was his fault that nobody could make a shot? Right?
Budenholzer, Monty Williams, two guys from who were in the finals 2 years
Monty
ago.
Williams is loved by every player in the NBA.
Yep.
Right? Now, he took the money grab. Because if you think your team wasn't patient with you, wait till you get into Detroit.
Oh no, at least it's good for him that he got what, 70 million.
Yeah, 78, and he's getting 13 million a year. He's currently the highest paid coach. So I'm thinking if he's getting 13 million, he's the highest paid, and Spo wants 20.
I definitely could say that Spo is worth 20. But
deserves
I honestly have been telling, like, this is, let me just put this up, pure speculation. I don't have sources. I'm just theorizing. I'm spitballing based on where people are at in their careers, age, what this year has felt like. I really feel like if the Heat win this thing, I really believe. And Tascadam, okay? It's an off day. Okay, Tascadam.
Gotcha.
I really feel like if the Heat win this thing,
he's going upstairs.
I think Riley's leaving. I think he's retiring finally. This is it. He said he wanted one build. I think this is finally. How could you paint it any better if you're Pat Riley? Okay. I think if he, and I don't even know, like maybe Riley will, even if they don't win it, but I think for sure if they win it, speculating. I think Riley, done. I said, I'm tired. I'm ready. Done. Erik Spoelstra, put him to the big boy chair.
Whoa.
He's Godfather. Okay.
Whoa.
Chris Quinn is head coach.
Chris Quinn, huh?
Yep. That's what I think.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Already, though? He's still, like, young. I feel like he's young. He's not young. Is Erik
Spo is young.
At least 40.
Who's
40,
is
right?
Spo young?
Yeah.
He's not as young as you think. He's just handsome.
That's what I was going to say. And he's so
So is
fit.
50.
There's a lot of push-ups. 54? Is he? Every time I look at him, I'm like, he's 40.
He's 52.
52.
52.
Yeah, okay.
I had
52.
no clue he was 50.
Really?
It looks good.
Looks good.
Wait, how do hold
I
on.
just feel like-
whoa.
Huh?
Let's think about this.
Yep.
Because this is what I love when people say I had no idea.
All right.
How long has Erik Spoelstra been the coach? 15 years?
15 years.
20 years.
Now let me ask you this. How old did you think he was?
So my mom did this thing where she turned 40 for like 10 years in a row. So I think he's 40. Every time I look at him, he's like
so
42.
he started the coaching job when he was 25?
Did he not?
And he was a video guy before that?
Internship.
You know, like you don't even make sense. That's my point.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true.
You say, I didn't know he was that old. Why? He been around here longer than any of us.
I just think, like, look, dude, like it's, I don't know. Like if you had the year that they had just had, right?
This will go down. This will go down. If you're an outsider looking in, as one of the greatest coaching jobs in sports ever.
Right. The only thing that deters me from it is he's a competitive maniac and he loves it. And maybe he'll just never want to leave.
He likes the grind.
But if there's any part of him that this was like as exhausting here as all, and
this was his most exhausting. This was, dude. I tried to tell Eric this when we were on the when we interviewed him. As a fan, as a Heat employee, as the play-by-play guy, whoever it is, this had to be the hardest season to watch just because, like, so long they were not very good.
Yeah. I just think that, like, also even the idea of like, man, could you what I mean, like if they're task at hand, but if they're able to pull this off, why are you looking at me? Because still 3 wins, task at hand.
Pretty mature.
Right. I'm just, we're just stepping out of the, let's just have a little step out in trust tree. Task at hand.
It's Tuesday. They don't play till tomorrow.
Exactly. So
what you have to do on the next break is make your appointment.
What do you mean?
To go get the mush off Bob.
I'm busy tomorrow.
No, here's what you do. I'm going to tell you what you do. You go there with a little cup of juice. You interview him. You give him the juice. That's the anti-venom. Right? You got bit by the mush or something, just clean you right up.
Nice. Apple juice, I heard.
Apple juice.
So it's like Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't like this. But anyway, task at hand.
Don't
I'm just
be a
saying,
mush.
like, if
Don't be a
you
mush.
pull
What
off
happened?
the greatest upset in sports history, what can be better than that?
This is not even the greatest. You think this is the greatest upset in sports history?
Whatever. Basketball history. Whatever.
You think it's the greatest?
Dude.
Yep.
Shing shing.
What's that?
Semantic Samurai.
Oh.
You pull off one of the greatest upsets ever. Put your katanas away for a second and take me here. Come with me on this. You do this, the greatest coaching job of all time.
Yes.
Okay? How can you top that? You can't.
So you want him to pull an Elway?
Out on top. And not out. Just go up. Up on top.
I think Spo's thinking, man, that was fun. I want to do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he wants? You want to do Hornets games again?
Wait, no.
That's a sick
Here-
man. He's a sick man. if
Here's
that's the case.
here's all you need to know about where Spo is mentally this year. No, he just called the timeout like what, 12 seconds into the game.
I know where he's at. He's at where he's yelling at people. He goes, untrained eye.
Yep.
Parachutes. We'll do this right now.
Yeah,
He's threatening the league.
He was
Do
gonna
not
fight
find
with Jimmy
me.
Butler.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Okay, massage gun
Oh,
mayhem.
that
No,
was-
don't forget, so much going on.
People were just realizing. Some people on Twitter are like, I can't believe the Dwayne Dedman massage gun throw was this year.
Yeah,
It was.
I believe it, man. The way
Imagine
this
how
season
long
went-
it felt for Erik Spoelstra, the massage gun throw.
Wait, wasn't he on Philly's team?
Sure was.
He was.
Sure was. Didn't play much.
No, really.
I
Which is another testament to the coaching job that Spoelstra does, because every person that leaves here ends up just being terrible everywhere else.
I just feel like if you get this thing to the finish line, task at hand. But if you get this thing to the finish, line,
we were all tasked that you keep bringing up all the crazy stuff.
because I just task at hand.
Task at
Just,
hand. You gotta stay
we Still
focused.
got to get 3 wins. But like if they finish the job,
Uh-huh.
Riley for sure. Come on, right? Ride into the sunset.
Yeah.
You know, ride into the sunset.
He'll say, "I wanted to rebuild this one more time."
He did it. He said, "I
Yeah.
want to finish the build."
Right.
That's finishing the build. Who takes his job?
So
Hmm.
it's either gonna be Spo or Nick, right?
Yeah, but Nick's the boss. He runs all of it. You know.
What
Like I'm.
about- does that mean that Zoe goes up and then Haslam takes a spot too? Or are we just like
Oh, that's right. Haslam's
are
gone
we
too.
reshuffling?
It's like a changing of the guard, dude.
Hmm.
Wow. Enjoy these days is what I'm saying. Task at hand.
You should be doing that anyway.
I am, but I just felt like when I saw that report and I
My
was like,
friends don't enjoy it. My friends have season tickets. They don't enjoy the basketball.
oh, I'm enjoying the hell out of
All
it.
they do is complain.
But when I saw like, oh, Spo's got 1 year left on his deal, I'm like, what if he's not coaching? What if he takes the? He's got a young family, right? He got what was he? Got three young kids. You know?
You got 3 kids now?
Yeah.
I thought you only had 2.
No, they have 3.
Wow.
3. Like, you want to get. Imagine Spo, like he calls this off. Is he that much of a maniac? Another year of doing back-to-backs in Detroit?
I think, don't you have to follow it up though?
You have to defend?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh man, I didn't think of that.
Because you have
true.
you
That's
have
the old
you have to-
boxing theory.
You have to come back and then you groom Chris Quinn.
You don't think he's been grooming him?
I don't know. I see some of those conversations. It don't look like he's giving them the cheat codes.
What do you mean? you think he's holding out?
Holding out.
I mean, sometimes when I see him on the sidelines, it just looks like all I see is Coach Quinn nodding his head, yes. And Spo just,
Schmied and Schmolnick says, Tobin, you're wrong. A championship won't lead Spo to move on. It'll be Cody Zeller.
Well, wait, no, I'm not going to even go there. You know why? Hassan Whiteside didn't run him away.
It's very true. Michael Beasley stints didn't run him away.
Michael Beasley. You make it through Michael Beasley and Hassan Whiteside.
Dion Waiters too.
Dion Waiters.
Oh, the whole gummy thing.
Just make sure if you hand the Larry O'Brien trophy to Cody Zeller, you put it in bubble wrap so it doesn't get dented.
Oh, God.
No, you got to
Why
put the
can't
clamps
you catch
around
the
his
ball,
wrist, like the pole and the clamps around his wrist so you don't drop it.
We get to our favorite Tuesday game coming up next. The damage is done, my friend.